Hi, my dear students. In this lecture here, we're going to be improving our user class a little more. All right. Now, I want to make this query section here universal. All right. When I say universal, I want to make a method that we can pass in any query we want and it will execute it. All right. So we can call that method within these methods here. All right. Anyway, if you don't understand what I just said, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean right now. All right. So let's just demonstrate. Let's create a method, a static method, and this one I'm going to name it find this query. All right. And this method is going to be in charge, like I said, of executing any query and then returning that to us. So we're going to be using our database because we're going to be making a query, of course. And we're going to be using this. All right. And we are bringing back a result set from here. All right. So hopefully you see what I'm doing right now. And we're going to pass in a query, but let's just call it SQL. We've been calling it that for a while. All right, and then we return that. And I'm gonna recap on this. You're gonna see what I'm trying to do. All right. So instead of calling, if instead of us using this whole thing, we can just use our method right here to do that for us. All right. So for example, let me just delete all this right now. Look at this. Done. And let's just call this. And the way we call static methods, remember it, all right, is by using, instead of the word this, because this is instant methods, we're going to be using the self word, all right, 2 double dots, and the name of the method. There we go. All right. And all we have to do is just return this back to whoever called it, right? Let's go ahead and create our method right here, our query. So we can say select all from users right here. There we go. All right, and that's it. You see, we saved a bunch of line of code in just like one code when we made this method right here. All right, so now we can pass in any type of query we want and we execute it for us. And we can do the same thing with this one. All right, so let's go back and check to see if it didn't break anything. So make sure that we have that S there. Select all from users. Let's go to our CMS if I can find it right here, and I'm just gonna refresh and you can see that we still get that. All right, so let's go ahead and do the same thing here. All right, so let's go and delete this. We'll delete this one here, and let's just do self and find this query. And we could have just saved out the part, but that's okay. We can copy and paste this one here and say where ID equals user ID, right? Limit 1. Perfect, right? And that's all we got to do here, and everything else we can leave the same, right? So now we can pass in this here and we can find any query we want, right? It will return, it will make the query for us, return it, and then we can use it, right? So we can go back to our admin content. Let's just do this real quick and make sure that our other method is working. And we have undefined variable SQL. All right, we got to check on that. You see, this is why it's good to test this out. So line 29, let's find out line 29, 42, and 20. That's real quick. Let's just check. And that's line 29 of user. Yeah. I missed on something here. We're not passing in this SQL right here, right? So we got to make sure that we pass that in. SQL. There we go. All right, let's see if that fits something there. And as you can see, it did. All right, that's all we had to do. We forgot to pass in put the parameter in there. So that's working. Let's go back to admin, check the other method out right here, and let's refresh here, and there we go, and that's working too. All right, as you can see, we're making our user class a lot better than what it was, and later on we're gonna be doing some more great things. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this lecture, and I see you in the next one. Take care.